The law states that you have to have anybody under 13. What is it? That they have to have not just parental permission, but it goes much deeper than that, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot. Basically, I'll give you my pre-canned
Sure.
trade show fresh wrap on this. The law tries to do a very good thing, but it was written by people who have no idea how the app world works in terms of technological and plumbing wise. So it puts onto app developers, and I say interchangeably app and game developers,
Sure.
because most games are apps. Most apps are games, but we do go back and forth with that. The law puts a bunch of responsibility on the app developer that the app developer has never had anything like that on them. And specifically, if the person running the game is 12 or under, it's under 13. If you're 13 years old, you're not covered by COPPA. The day before you're 13, you are.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it's 12 and under. There's a common misconception that it's 13 and under, which would be another year. It's actually 12 and under. But if you have an app that could reasonably be used by 12 and under, then you have to take steps to protect the privacy of those users. And the way you do that is you have to verify the ID of the parent or guardian of the child. So that you have to create a relationship with that child's parent through some means. There's 4 different ways that are approved for a developer to, they call it verifiable parental identification. There's 4 different ways to do it, and none of them are very convenient. It's all there's this. We're talking about a lot of friction here, but
Does
you,
one
the
involve a
developer,
fax? Does one involve a fax?
yes.
Because it does.
Fax is if fax is considered like the number 3 least annoying method of verifying your identity. The 4th one is mail. I'll print out the form and mail it to you. So that's what we're working with here.
I was
Okay.
joking. Fax.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
fax is number 3 on the hit list.
And then mail is number 4. So what are 1 and 2? They must be a little bit more convenient than those two.
Well, there is you can do a financial transaction is
Okay.
one.
Yep.
So I have to sell mom something, which there's some friction right there. The second one is what they call email plus, which is a complex situation of parents. Parent gives email address, developer sends email to parent, parent replies, and then sometime later it's done again, so that you've basically tried to avoid the kid getting the parent's email address and having 30 minutes to say, yes, I approve,
Right.
GTA 4 for little Timmy.
But that's not convenient either, is it? That's
No,
not. It's not
it's
foolproof.
totally not
Yeah.
convenient, but that's just the beginning. I haven't completed my I mean, I've created the relationship with the parent. Now the parent, now I have a quote unquote secure method of the parent approving the app. But before the parent can approve the app, the developer, have to give him what's called a parental disclosure. A parental disclosure is a complete list of all the privacy identification. They call it PII,
Mhm.
personally identifiable information. The government loves their acronyms.
Oh yeah.
So if my app, let's say I'm a game developer, if my app asks the kid for their name, okay, that's one thing. Do I geotag? Do I have in-app purchases? These are basic things which everybody would think of, but it gets more complicated because let's say I use an ad network to display ads in the game. Well, the ad network is a complete separate entity below that, and the ad network could do all kinds of nasty stuff that the game developer has no clue about, but yet the game developer is responsible for the privacy issues that are covered by the ad network. And all of this has to be shown to the parent in an understandable way before the parent approves the child to be able to play the app. And it gets better. This is all supposed to happen before the app is downloaded.
Oh my.
So all this back and forth has to happen before the app gets downloaded. Once the app gets downloaded, there is supposed to be some methodology that the developer who was responsible for all this says, okay, I have the relationship with parent, showed him all the stuff, parent approved, app is approved, kid is now playing game.
Oh my goodness. And
So,
this could take, if you mail these forms in, this could
well,
take
yeah.
weeks.
I mean, we all know how kids want to play the game. Daddy, I need it right now. This is the opposite end of the spectrum. So there's one final aspect to this. And then I'll be done talking about the explanation of this wonderful law. It's called revocation, which is when the parent says, okay, Timmy was using this app and it posts to Facebook and he put a picture on Facebook that I'm not comfortable with. So I am going to revoke my permission for that app. Under the law, parent says to developer, I revoke my permission. Developer must delete all data that they captured as a part of accessing Timmy. But more importantly, any third-party services that they used for monetization or gamification or anything like that, even optimization of their apps, engagement, they have to be notified to remove their data that was captured on Timmy.
Wow.
So if you're a developer and you want to be COPPA compliant, you have three choices. You can ignore the law, which is what pretty much everybody's doing right now. Number two, you could build this yourself, which would take certainly a number of months, and you'd have to make sure you did it right. And it's a complex system. Or you could use something like what we're doing at AgeCheq. But the second thing, there's a real reason why that would be inadvisable. Because even if, let's say it's a big developer, let's say Disney goes, okay, well, we're going to build, it's awful, but we're going to build our own COPPA compliance system. Okay. So mom and dads are parentally identified and we have this whole situation. Next day, Timmy shows up with an app from Electronic Arts. Parent goes, well, I just identified myself yesterday. What? Well, this is Electronic Arts. We have to do it again. So it's basically an untenable situation for every developer to have to do all this. And it cries out, once I understood this situation, the whole thing cries out for there to be a central clearinghouse that prevents this connection between the developer and the parent and administrates it so that the parents will have one dashboard. They get identified once, and every developer who has an app is on the system, and it's basically minimizes all this friction. There's still friction, but we are able to minimize it to a great extent. Once you understand how weird this law is and what it forces developers to do, you see the pain that's there.